Hello, this is Janine, and this is my garden tour video. Do you like my nails? I thought they would go good for my garden tour. First off, I have this giant fern, and in the fern are spider plants. See the spider plant babies? And I just moved the fern to this spot because the AC drips right here, and it will be getting a constant stream of water, so maybe it will survive here. This is my prized possession, one of them. This is a pink bromeliad. This is a shade-loving bromeliad, although I can never remember to look up what it's called. Does anybody know what this bromeliad is called? And in the pot, in the terracotta pot, the bromeliad has an orchid growing in the same pot, and this orchid is going to bloom very soon. Over here I have some purslane, some fuchsia purslane that I ripped out of the ground and threw in that pot, and it's doing good so far. And here is my plant shelf. I just thinned it out and took a lot of plants off of here. Over here is a mini jade. That is some sort of calancho and a succulent. Christmas cactus that needs TLC. More purslane, yellow. A very large, healthy succulent. This is my plant shelf. It's been really thunderstorming every single day for months, and my shelf is growing green. It's getting patinaed. Here's my spider plant, which I just put here in hopes that it does better in this spot, with some purslane growing out of it. Here is my jade plant. I'm thinking, see, this is a weed, I think. I don't know if I want this in here. Get to this later. I don't want it in there. I'll fix it better later. I'm thinking of putting my jade and this mini jade and this mini jade inside my yoga room. That gets plenty of sun. I think that would be really cool. 3 jades in my yoga room. A little heart cactus. This, I forgot what this is called as well. It's a succulent, and it grows into a bush. This is a succulent. It's just a hanging succulent. It'll grow very long and then start to hang down. A little succulent. Let's see. here is my peace lily, one of them. I have two peace lilies, one on either side of these steps. I will show you. This is my peace frog. That is actually my brother's, and I need to give it to him the next time I visit. Lizards love my yard. All my plants. This is the other peace lily, and this one is growing better. They're in two different pots. This one is in a plastic pot. That one is in a stone pot. So, it already bloomed this year. I didn't film it, sadly. Over here is my orchid section. I have 1, 2, 3. I don't know what that is, but somebody said it was a night blooming succulent. I just put it with my orchids. 4 orchids, and I'm going to save the best for last. I have 5 orchids. 1 died. This one is coming back to life after the summer rains. This, I cannot wait for this to bloom. This is a wild orchid, which lives wild in the woods of Florida. And it grows tiny greenish yellow flowers. This is, somebody at the farmer's market gave this to me, and they said it was a night blooming succulent, which has never bloomed on me, so waiting patiently for that. This, I believe, this is not an orchid, but this is, I believe, 2 plants. One is called a wandering Jew. Yes, that is what it's called. The purple is called a wandering Jew. No clue why. And then this is called an oyster plant. So there's 2 plants together, 2 purple plants. This is another, I think they call this ground orchid or wild orchid as well. And this already bloomed. This is called, or this has bright orange flowers, which I absolutely love. And this is, you could practically neglect this as long as you leave it in the right environment. These are the seed pods. Let's see. Seed pods. Here's another one. No seed pod. And then the best orchid right now, currently, is in full bloom. Look at how beautiful. This orchid I literally ripped off of a tree from my aunt's old house in her backyard, and it has been growing like a weed ever since. It was huge on the tree. So I tried to replicate that. Look how beautiful. Pure white with a touch of fuchsia, purple. My neighbor is cutting wood in the next yard with a circular saw. Let's go to the backyard. This is my, I think it's a dormant gardenia. Look at that little guy. Dormant, it hasn't bloomed this year. Even though I've been feeding it really well, I don't understand. So I'm gonna wait. This is really, really beautiful. This is an orchid tree. Let me come over here in the light. An orchid tree. I found this on the side of the road. It grows white flowers on every stem, and the flowers look like orchids, but they're not orchids. And this I want to keep small. I don't want it to grow any bigger than that because this will grow into a giant tree. This is my lemon tree that bloomed a lot this year, but did not produce any fruit. The leaves look great. No fruit. This is my sad papaya. It's been in a tiny pot its whole life. Somebody gave it to me and I haven't switched it, but it's staying alive. 2 years now. There's purslane in that pot. Of course it's too small to get any bigger than this, the pot I mean. One day I'll change it. Papaya. I came over to the back of my trailer to show you the back garden, and my neighbor on this side is drilling. So this is a plumeria. To remind you, this is what a plumeria flower looks like. These are the flowers that they make leis out of in Hawaii. These are Hawaiian native, or maybe Italian. Is it Italian? I think it's anyway, Hawaiian native plant, and an Italian claimed to discover it. That's what I think it was, and called it an Italian name, frangipani. But I don't like to call it a frangipani. I like to call it a plumeria. That's what they're called in Florida. This is a pineapple plant. This is 1 year. It takes a few years for these to bloom. Pineapples. This is a crocus. I absolutely love the color of this crocus. Bright yellow. Underneath the crocus is a bromeliad, another pink bromeliad, but it might be getting too much sun over here. Here I have a pine tree. This is a rescued pine tree, another trash to treasure find. Another rescue from the trash is this jasmine vine. And like I said, I neglect this. This needs more water than I give it. If it rains, it gets watered. So it doesn't have a lot of leaves. Over here is my orange hibiscus bush. Just one bloom. Hasn't bloomed yet. I decided that I wanted my flowers to be orange and yellow in this yard. So I've been switching them out. I gave my daughter's Rainy and Ocean, a purple plant, a purple flowering plant. I gave it to their trailer, and I also put a lemon tree from my yard outside of their trailer. It was their lemon tree. So I got rid of my purple plants so I can make room for more yellow. So what I have here is sun-loving bromeliads. They hold water. Frogs love this environment. And no, I'm not worried about mosquitoes because frogs and lizards live in here. This one is another bromeliad, sun-loving. It's very, very pink bloom. And it's extremely pointy and sharp. It has sawed leaves with a little sword on the end. I need gloves to change that. Oh man, I forgot. I just saw this. I actually killed this plant. I take full responsibility. I had it sitting in a bucket of water. This was a canna lily, an orange one. Wait, no, a yellow one. I've always wanted a yellow one, and I finally got it. Look, I think I might be able to save it. These are very hardy. Look. Look. There's that stem is still alive, maybe. So, let's see if that comes back. This is my areca palm, growing much bigger now that I put it in a bigger pot and moved it into the sun. My little fence. This is an invasive plant that I need to cut down ASAP. It's turning into a tree and it takes over. I think this is a strangler fig. That's what I call it, because it'll strangle and engulf a whole tree and kill it. And there's a lot of them in this neighborhood. I should have got it while it was small. This is my favorite bromeliad. What's it called? Oh my god, coral bromeliad. Look at how beautiful that is. And it grows purple flowers. It's stunning. They chopped my tree down, so I just threw this bromeliad in the hole that was in the tree stump. There's 2 holes. I put 2 coral bromeliads, and oh my god, they're thriving. But I don't want this stupid tree to strangle them, so I have to chop that down. The strangler fig. Here's my little fence, and my little yard, and my tiny little deck. I put this fence up. I'm still putting it up. I have panels way over there behind the stairs. I just put it up one panel at a time whenever I remember. Look at this fungus. This fungi. I see them all over the yard, some sort of fungus. Sucky. This is the outside of my trailer. This is the sunny side of the trailer. It doesn't really get moldy or green. It does get dirty and dusty though, so I have to power wash it. I have floodlights, which I love. Let's see, underneath the stairs. Okay. There is a bunch of very large weeds. See, here's the fence paneling. This wagon I use like my wheelbarrow and move things around the yard, heavy things. It's great. It's like 10 years old, still hanging in there. Yeah, I'm saving this for when the kids get here. This is a kid chore. So, yeah, I'm saving that for the kids. Next weekend, they can get under there and rip all those weeds out and get a good workout in the sun. Underneath my trailer, I don't know if you can see it, there is a black dollhouse that we got that off the side of the road, and we're gonna freshen that up for Halloween, for a Halloween display, something for the kids to do. This is where I lay out in the sun. My favorite thing to do in life, lay out in the sun. A coral colored rose bush. Mini roses. Look. My fly trap. This is Trinity's fly trap. It is growing back. It is coming back to life. Maybe it is catching some bugs. We tried to feed it, but it didn't work too well. It didn't like frozen bugs, and anyway, it's better to catch the bugs on its own. It's growing really well. Look, it has 2 leaf, 3 that are closed. Probably has bugs in there. And I'm gonna get a violet pot for this so it can get bigger. Carnivorous plant. Where was I? Ah, yes, the front of the trailer. Let's see. This is what it looks like. That is a metal flower pot. Can you tell? Under there, under all those weeds. That I tried to grow sugarcane in, but it didn't work. So I left it there, but I need to clean it up because I want to put my yellow purslane in there and put it on the top shelf so it can grow down and hang. This is another oyster plant. This is how I have these set up in a pattern. That's a dragon's tongue. Oyster plant, dragon's tongue. Let me show you this. Let's see. Those are fake plants I just threw in there, and now they're all faded. I had them from my wreath, but now they're really faded and old, and I'm going to get rid of them. This is another hibiscus that my daughter Ocean and her boyfriend Sean got me. I absolutely love it because it's like centerpiece in the front of the house, and I need to take care of it. I have to keep learning how to take care of this in a pot. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it in that pot. So there is another dragon's tongue and another oyster plant on the other side. Now, this is going to be where I have to show you the rocks. They're on the other side of the trailer over there. I'm going to make this into a rock garden. My aunt Barbara gave me a ton of river rock. Blessing. I've always wanted a rock garden, so I'm going to make this like a rock garden display, and maybe I'll put everything in the ground. There's another metal pot back there that is full of weeds, and I need to clean it and put purslane in there as well. Purslane would look really good in there. Okay, let's get another angle. These random potted plants kind of border my yard. This is some sort of palm tree. I already forgot what it was called. In this palm tree is a dragon fruit plant. Here is a dragon's tongue and an oyster plant. A lot of my plants have like 2 or 3 in the pot, look, and a purslane. I think it looks cool like that. I just throw other plants in a pot. Here is a coral bromeliad, which wasn't doing well, so I just moved it to this spot. And this is a crier lily. A crier lily and a coral bromeliad. Over here is a lopsided corn plant, but look whose home it is. This little guy. My lizards are not really afraid of me. Here's an oyster plant, and I believe this is a ryobi palm. It's very prickly. This is a plumeria and another bromeliad. This plumeria is growing crazy because it broke down a couple times, and oh my god, I was so mad. A couple of kids walked through my yard in my last apartment. Yes, I take my plants everywhere. When I move, I take my plants with me. That's why I keep them in pots. Anyway, kids walked by and just broke off my plumeria stems. I was like, oh my god, don't do that. That's not nice to the tree. And they stopped, but this is the result. A thriving coral plant, coral bromeliad. Depending on the level of sun, they can grow into a bright, bright coral orange. I think this is the perfect shade. It's so, so pretty. My aloe, this is a coral aloe, not aloe vera. Coral aloe needs to be in a better pot, like a bigger pot. And this will turn into a giant bush of coral aloe. Actually, I think I want to do that. I think I want to make this its own garden, this coral aloe. Last time I had that, I think I'm going to put that up front in the rock garden. I had a coral aloe, a giant coral aloe, and a lot of orchid spiders started growing on there or living on there, or those garden spiders, and they will stay. One spider will stay in the same web for 3 seasons, and I loved that. Here's another these plumerias are rescued off the side of the road. Let's see, I think these are yellow. They were rescued off the side of the road. Somebody chopped down there, and look at how good they're growing. These didn't make it. These sticks didn't make it, but these did. This is aloe vera. Look at our red-headed lizard. In my head, I think the small red-headed ones are females, and the big granddaddy looking ones are the males. I'm just guessing. I love the red-headed ones. Look how cute she is. Okay, so this is aloe vera. I don't believe any of my solar lights even work anymore. I would absolutely love if I was able to get a solar light for every brand new solar lights, one for every single large plant that I have out here. That would look so pretty. one's on my wish list. Let's see this side of the trailer. We saw this in the beginning, but we have one more side. Let me show you my river rocks that my aunt gifted me. See all these rocks? And there's more. Oh my God, I have so many rocks. I love this. So happy for this. I'm going to get all of these rocks with the kids' help, hopefully. Or my wagon. I could use my wagon. You could do that myself. And get them all in the front to make a rock garden out front. Some more ferns. These ferns get too much sun over here. So maybe they'll be okay for winter, but I need to move them. You know what? I'm going to move that one. This one I'm going to move. I'm going to put it on the back. Yeah, these are not sun-loving bromeliads. These ones that grow the giant pink bloom. This one and this one, they're not sun-loving. So I'm going to move them. I changed my mind. I was cleaning up this bromeliad and I noticed that it's growing brand new buds, brand new leaves. So obviously it's doing very well over here. Look, there's a lizard egg in there. Do you see it? Do you see that little white lizard egg right there? Yeah, I was cleaning this up. And this bromeliad looks good. Okay, we'll leave that alone because of the lizard egg. Let's see, this one looks really great too. Maybe I'll leave these over here. Take the plastic out of there. So I'm just going to try to clean it up. It's fine, this weed. Look how it holds water. How cool is that? You'll find a frog in any of these. The frogs will love to sit in there. I'm surprised I don't have a frog in there actually. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I guess I'll leave these here. Let me move the ferns though, because those definitely are not doing good. There's too much sun. Oh my God, I'm out of breath. I've been moving this giant lily right here into a new pot. I put it in this stone looking pot. It's actually not stone, but it matches that stone pot over there. So I have two peace lilies on either side of my stairs in nice gray colored stone pots. My door looks beautiful. I'm so amazed at how well that like diluted bleach worked, and I didn't spray it, I just poured it. I have some metal art, a sun medallion and a sun, copper sun wind chime. Yeah, if I didn't get anything else done today except that door, if I didn't get anything else done today except that door, I would be perfectly happy. I did not get to the power washing today. I'm already dying out here. It's hot as. So here is the front. My ferns, bromeliads, my plant shelf. Oh, here's a question I have for you guys. Should I get another big white plastic plant shelf to go right here next to this lily to make it perfectly symmetrical, or should I just leave this open and just like have all my orchids over here and enjoy that and have that open space? I'm afraid if I buy another shelf I'm gonna buy more plants, and I already have so many plants, so that would be the negative. I already neglect all of these. I don't need more plants to neglect. I don't know, what do you think? Okay, and I believe, oh, and I have my shed. my beautiful, beautiful shed. I'm so grateful for this shed because it holds all of my extra crap and stuff that I cannot fit in my house. I have a nice big house too. I just have a lot of stuff. And I'm okay with that. I'm a maximalist. I like to have storage. Okay, well that is all. Thank you very much for watching Trinity's Garden, the little sign. There's the kids' toy basket. Oh, let me show you one more thing. These are fiberglass. That's a fiberglass chair that I found on the side of the road. There's its matching set. I'm gonna use, these are all of the small ceramic pots that I found out here. Okay, these are not appropriate for outside, especially when it rains every day because there's no drainage holes. So I'm gonna clean these up, especially this one and this one I love. And I'm gonna bring them inside and put them in the yoga room. I'm gonna be starting a plants in the yoga room. My orchids. I leave my hose out because I use it so much. Okay, well that is all. Thank you very much for watching. Seasiren.janine.